What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Ashley. For those who are new here, hello and welcome. And for all of my returning subscribers, hey. So, we got onions. All of these have fallen over, as you already seen, and didn't get like a big bowl per se, but these are reasonable. I'm very happy with them because I don't always have the best luck with onions, so I'm just happy to have some. So I wanted to pull these up today because I want to use this space here for some more beans, because I feel like I don't have enough growing right now. But before we get to that seed sowing, I want to show you something. So as I was pulling up all of the onions, look, I have discovered who is up in here messing up the thing. Rabbits. That is rabbit poop, which isn't a bad thing for the garden per se. I don't know, because I mean, obviously they're wild rabbits, so I would assume it's not a bad thing, but I assume that it's a good thing because they've been eating whatever is available up in here, and for the most part everything is intact. So yeah, so I'm really not 100% sure what I can do to rectify this situation, because obviously if I'm putting in seedlings, I'm wanting to say that they are going to continue knocking the heads off of every little seedling that I put in here. So I'm on the fence about what I should do. Maybe I can put in some chicken wire to kind of help protect the area from the rabbits digging, but that's not going to stop them from eating. Duh. I don't know what I'm going to do. All right, so while I think over what I'm going to do in this area, I also needed to harvest some seeds. I had my cilantro seeds drying out here, and it looks like I dropped a lot of seed. Totally fine, because that just means that, you know, it'll just come up whenever it's ready. But I wanted to harvest these seeds to save for future years, so I'm just gonna pinch off the seed heads here. And I know I'm gonna lose a lot, but that's what that looks like. You can also use these as seasoning as well. It's just like coriander seed, but I'm just gonna drop them down here in an envelope, and I'm going to try to be as careful as possible, which again, I don't mind if these reseed some in this area, even though I already put in celery also. Whatever, I think it'll be fine. So let's save as many of these as possible, and whatever comes up. Like I said, it'll be totally fine, because I can always use more cilantro, and they do enjoy the cooler weather. So like with the fall coming up, I actually think it'll be a good thing. I probably should have dried these out in a paper bag to like avoid wasting, but already there are like so many seeds in here, which is what we want. I really wanted to focus my energy this year on saving more seeds, and so far so good. Like I'm pretty pleased with the amount of seeds that I've been able to save. I've been waiting for some more mature tomatoes to come in so I can save seed from those as well, and I'll do the same things with cucumber, squash, etc. as those begin to come in at more of an abundant rate. But I think I'm good. Like I said, I dropped a lot over here, or as they dried, they self-sowed themselves, so it'll be fine. another discovery. As I am picking my ground cherries, I noticed that the tops of my pepper plants are being nibbled off. I don't know if that's a result of this guy, the bunny rabbit, or what, but I do not appreciate this. So this little situation has to be rectified real soon. I'm wanting to say it is the rabbit. So now it's war, is what I'm saying. It's war, and the rabbits got to go. Like, you can't be messing up my pepper harvest, because so far it has been amazing what I've been able to produce from these pepper plants, and I don't need nobody getting in the way of that. So this video took a turn, because now I'm like, what do I need to do? You guys share with me, what do I need to do? Because if it's going to be between me and this rabbit, it's going to be me. Like, I'm going to win. So we got to figure this out. Help your girl out. See, and now this whole thing has like really got me wondering, like, is this the reason why all of my carrot seeds like have failed to come up? I wonder if they've been just nibbling the tops off of those as well. I don't know. I'm annoyed. So anyways, in this little area here, let me back you up. Back the thing up. All right, so in this area over here, I want to go on ahead and get my first fall sowing of some radishes, and I just have French breakfast. These are like a 30-day variety. They may be even quicker because, I mean, it's kind of warm outside. So I'm gonna put them in this shadier area since it's nice and cool over here. I think they will do well. They're kind of shaded out by these cabbages here. So let's do that. At first I was going to use like this guy. I don't think that it's that deep. You gotta go. Oh boy. So I'm just going to do a short row here. All right, here's a little update on my beets. I ended up covering these with some chicken wire just to prevent anything from snipping the heads off of these. You can see that I do have like a little spottiness, and I feel like maybe I was just a little late to the punch on getting some coverage for these guys, but I will go back in like in between where I feel like I need to fill in and just pop in another seed in like the bald areas, so I have like a nice full patch here. But I'm really pleased with how these are coming up, because I always really struggle with beets. So I wanted to just show you guys how the drip was working. It has been working absolutely fabulously. You can see, again, something got up in here, stripped all of my cherry tomatoes off. So I've just been leaving them there for them since they want to pull crap down anyways. It is what it is. But yes, the drip has been so helpful. You see me, so you did see me using the hose in that one area just where the seedlings are. I do want to make sure that I keep that area really moist. So I do the due diligence of hand watering those spaces, and then as for the rest of everything else, you can see the hoses are like pretty much lined up right at the root of each plant that really needs the water. So I typically let these run for anywhere between 45 minutes to an hour and a half, depending on how dry my soil is. Right now, things aren't super dry, so I'm just gonna leave it on for a max of like 45 minutes and it'll be more than good. All right, last little update before we wrap this video. The wind is like whipping right now, so sorry. But I went on ahead and started some more greens, so some kale, arugula, and a ton of different lettuces, as well as some tomatoes. The kales came up just fine. The arugula looks like it's on the come up, but you can see I only have one lettuce that came up, so I'm thinking that the heat is just a little bit too much for it. So I'm going to just re-sow in these same little cells and pull them inside to finish up. I started more cucumbers because rabbits. So I'm gonna wait for these to get just a little bit more size on them, and then I'm gonna go on ahead. I hate it when I do that. I don't know why I say things like that. Anyways, I'm going to put those out in the garden and just, you know, wrap them up in some chicken wire just so the bunny rabbits can't get to them before I can. And then the tomatoes, I can't remember the exact variety. I planted 2 different types, or sowed 2 different types. One of them came up. I will put it on the screen to share with you. And in addition to the tomato that I sowed, I did also do a cutting of one of my, I believe this is from a cherry tomato, if I'm correct, I don't know. But you can see I have some decent roots on here, so I have set it out here to start hardening off, and I'm gonna stick it in the soil really soon. And lastly, all of my brassicas, these are all about 2 weeks old at this point. I will be potting these up really soon. The nasturtiums and the calendula, I think that I'm gonna just put them out in the garden. I think they will be totally fine to do that. I just need to figure out places that I want to sneak my calendula in, since it is a little bit on the smaller side. But the nasturtium, I think, will totally be fine. And then, like I said, I will pot up everything else probably here within the next week or so. I will make sure that I share with you guys how I'm doing that, because I'm thinking about just pulling them outside. I don't know. You guys let me know if that's a bad idea or not. But this is where everything is at right now. Again, 2 weeks old seedlings. So yeah, I'm feeling really good about my fall gardening efforts right now. Let's pray it stays that way. All right, you guys, this is pretty much going to wrap up this video. I thank you all so much for stopping by, checking me out, even though everything didn't go as planned. 'Tis the gardening season. It is what it is, right? Again, I thank you all so much. I wish you all health, wealth, and prosperity. And until the next time, peace out. The button. Oh, God. Oh, you big motherfucker. Look, he fighting back. He like, ow, motherfucker. Oh, yeah, you got to go. That is nasty. Yuck. Yucky. Oh, God. Yeah, he dead now. Look at his body still moving. Oh, you bitch motherfucker. Wow. Yuck. All right. Well, at least I found him.